guys, and welcome back to my channel. And today I figured it'd be a good day to do my December favorites. I know I'm a little bit late posting, but it seems everybody else on YouTube is a bit late posting their December favorites or empties. So I figured I'd go ahead and jump on the bandwagon and post my December favorites here in January. So this is going to be a pretty quick video. I don't have a whole lot to show for the month of December, but there were a few makeup products and stuff that I was really just enjoying. So I guess we can go ahead and start off with some of the things that they're more body related than makeup. But I've been using my Jergens Ultra Healing Lotion quite a bit, and it does, I don't know, it does a good job. It's lotion. It is one of those lotions that's kind of a thicker, so it sits on your skin. I like to put this on before bed because, I mean, TMI, but I don't sleep with any clothes on. And I just feel like when I put this on and then I get between the sheets, yeah, it's a little bit sticky under the sheets, but it's a lot less uncomfortable that way, or I might just lay on top of the bed until it like soaks in. But it's a lot less uncomfortable doing it that way than it is putting it on and then putting clothes on and like your clothes getting all stuck to you and stuff. So I don't like that, but it does do a really good job moisturizing my skin. I don't know that it's done anything for preventing stretch marks so far with my pregnancy, but I mean, I'm using it. So, and I've heard that getting stretch marks when you're pregnant obviously has to do with your skin growing really quickly, but I've also heard that as long as your stomach and boobs or wherever you're going to get the stretch marks, as long as they're moisturized, I've heard that it'll go a long way to help prevent getting the stretch marks, and that it doesn't actually matter what you're using, just as long as you're using something. So even if you're in puberty and you're starting to hit a lot of growth spurts, you might want to check into getting some good lotion to put on a regular basis, because, you know, when you're going through puberty, you get stretch marks then too, because you're growing really quickly and your skin can't keep up with how fast your body is growing. So yeah, this has been my favorite lotion for the month. I don't know that I'd necessarily repurchase because it is extremely thick and I don't really feel like that I need an ultra healing lotion, but I'm using it because I have it and it does smell pretty good. I mean, it's not like a scent that stays with you. It kind of dissipates after a little while of putting it on, so it's not like super strong or anything, but it does a pretty good job. And then I also have my perfume I was using all month. This is the Forever Red Fine Fragrance Mist from Bath & Body Works. I love this stuff. I'm not even sure that they came out with it again this year. I believe they had it last year in 2014. I think that's when I got it. But I just loved it. I used it the whole month of December. The packaging is adorable. I love the little bow on it. And still have a little bit left, but I just really enjoyed it all month long. Then we can go ahead and get on into my makeup products. I do have quite a few of these here to talk about. The first one would be my Dream Matte Mousse Foundation, and I've really been enjoying it. I use my stippling brush to put this on. I did do a complete tutorial on how I use my Dream Matte Mousse with the stippling brush. Because of the stippling brush, I think it makes the inside of my pot look a little bit weird, but it's fine. And I love how quick and easy this foundation goes on. I started wearing it when I was working at the daycare, and it just seriously cut my makeup time in half, because instead of having to sit there and apply with my beauty blender and make sure everything, sorry, I have like a hair, instead of having to like make sure I didn't have any streaks or anything from my beauty blender, just using the stippling brush, and I could just put it on really quickly all over my face, blend it down my neck, and it works really well. It's got a really nice coverage to it, and it applies really quickly and easily with the stippling brush, so it really just cuts back a lot of time in your makeup routine. And I've got a few other foundations that I'd like to try out first, but there's a big part of me that's seriously considering, after I've used up those ones, to going back to this and just like making it my staple foundation, because I love how quick and easy it makes my makeup application in the mornings. Next one I have here is the e.l.f. Cover Everything Concealer. I'm like Butterfingers. Cover Everything Concealer, and it is a yellow concealer there. I've been playing around with this for quite a bit, pretty much all year, and it is one of their like dollar makeup products, and this thing goes a long way. I've had this for close to a year now, and got a black smudge, and it's eyeliner, or maybe it's nail polish. I'm like the sloppiest person at doing nail polish. But anyways, yeah. I need to catch my breath. This stuff does a great job. I've used it several different ways. I've used it directly under my eyes as like a highlight concealer. Wasn't the biggest fan of it like that. I mean, it worked okay, but the biggest thing I found that it works the best for is covering acne. And since getting pregnant, I've had so many blemishes pop up on my face. I needed to do a complete tutorial on how to cover acne because I've just been using this and my foundation. And I mean, look at my face now. The only thing you can really see is this giant zit up here. But everything else that's on my face, I mean, I've got them all down in here. And you can't really see it. This does a fantastic job at just covering all of your redness and your pimples. And coupled with this, granted, I think this works really good with other foundations as well. I was using, what was it? I think it was a CoverGirl liquid foundation I was using for a while, and I was using it with this guy, and it worked just as well. So I'm not trying to sit here and say this works fantastic because I used it with this foundation. This seems to work fantastic with any foundation that you want to use it with, as long as it's a good foundation. Next couple things here. I have a highlighting pen from Mary Kay, and what color is this in? It just says a facial highlighting pen, and it's kind of like a pink color, you can see there. When I got this, I did a complete haul and review on all of the Mary Kay products that I had a few months back. I think it was like September or October. I hosted a Mary Kay party, and I got several products for free from Mary Kay for hosting the party, and this is one of the products that I got. And when I got it, I was kind of disappointed with it, and it just wasn't what I was expecting it to be. But I've been playing around with it for quite a bit. Well, really just this past month. I tried it out, I did my video on it, and then I put it in my makeup drawer and was like, you know what, this stuff sucks. I wish I hadn't have gotten that. But I decided to get it out and play with it a little bit, and I found that using this with my, what is it called? Give me one second. Okay, so I found that using this mixed with my Maybelline Age Rewind concealer under my eyes, they work great together as a team. And I mean, this does a really good job at like highlighting and covering any bagginess or anything like that under my eyes. And then I love popping this on because it just kind of lightens him up a little bit and gives a little bit more of a brightness to the underside of my eyes without being like super pink or like super over the top. Because what this facial pen really is just for doing a highlight on your cheeks. But I don't really care for it for that, and I was hoping when I bought it that I could use it like a concealer under here and really just brighten this whole area up. And by itself, it doesn't work very well for that. But mixed in with this, it does exactly what I was hoping it would do when I bought it originally. It just needs a little extra help, and it needs a friend. Another thing that I have here is my facial highlighter from Model Company, and I'd love to say I got this from Ipsy, but I didn't. I wasn't one of the lucky few, but I did buy it off Yurtle. Somebody else who has Ipsy does Yurtle, and she listed it. I guess she didn't care for it, but I've only used, if I could open it, what is wrong with this thing? I've only used this top one right up here. As you can see, there's 3 different colors. You have like more of a brown highlight, you have a pinker highlight, and then you have more of a white or champagne looking highlight. And this top one here is the one that I have been using, and I just love it right here. And I've gotten several compliments on my makeup when I'm wearing this. Several people have been like, oh, you look like you have the pregnancy glow and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, thanks, it came out of a box. So I'm absolutely in love with this. It is from Model Company, and it's their highlighting trio in Champagne, Peach, Bellini, and Bronze. So I would definitely recommend checking this out. I'm typically not a big fan of cream products like blushes or highlighters or anything like that, but I've been in love with this guy, and I just use him like every day. My next makeup product here is one that I just got from Ipsy this December, and it's the Thank Me Later eyeshadow primer from Elizabeth Mott, and I love it. I've never really done an eyeshadow primer before. Well, I think I have one from e.l.f. that I used for a while, but I love this primer. It does a really good job. It really helps my eyeshadow stay on all day long and look really, really good. So I've just really been enjoying this whole month. My last makeup product here is a lip stain from e.l.f. that I completely forgot about, and then I found in my drawer, and I've really been loving it. When I first got it, I really wasn't sure what to make of it because it seriously just looks like a marker. But it does a really good job of just what it says, staining your lips. I do have it on today, but it's underneath of this lip crayon that's from e.l.f. as well. I like these two as a duo because this one's a very dark berry color, and I feel like on top of this, it just kind of brings it down a little bit. But I've really just been enjoying this guy on like a daily basis just to give a little bit of color to my lips. Then I have one last thing here to show you guys for my December favorites, and it would be my riding boots that my mom gave me for Christmas. I know that if you guys have seen my what I got for Christmas video, you guys have seen these already. One of my subscribers did say that they look like the box came from Payless, so if anybody's interested, I'd suggest going and checking out Payless. But they are a wide calf boot, and they actually go over my calves, which is a big deal. I have the hardest time finding boots that will go over my calves, and these do, and I love them. That being said, I think they're more of an item for fall or spring when there's not a lot of ice on the ground. We had some frost and ice on the ground a couple days ago, and I was wearing these outside and I slipped because there's like very little traction here on the bottom. So if or when we end up getting any snow here in Indiana, I don't think those will be good boot days. Those will be like UGG days. Those are boots too, but anyways, for the rest of the year, when it's not snowy and icy, these are fantastic. And I've just been in love with them, and I've been wearing them so much. So that'll wrap up my December 2015 favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give me a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Subscribe if you've not already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys. Got one more thing left here that I forgot to mention, and it is a food item. I have been loving these Farm Rich fried pickles. And I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be the Farm Rich. I've been, the way I'm holding this, it looks like a sponsor. Like, look at that. But it doesn't have to be the Farm Rich pickles. But my baby has been growing on fried pickles and potatoes, like any kind of potatoes, mashed potatoes, French fries, baked potatoes, it doesn't matter. Anytime is pickle time or potato time in my world. But, and there's Molly rubbing all over the pillows. She's a freak. But, yeah, I just wanted to give these a shout out right quick. I know Terry loves Mac. I know you're watching my videos now. Hey, girl. And I know you're pregnant. So I don't know if you're having any pickle cravings or not, but if you are, you might want to check these out. And if there's any other pregnant mamas out there or anybody out there just likes fried pickles and you want to start doing them up at home, you might want to check these out. They cook up really nicely. I was surprised. A lot of times when you get these kind of things that has to go in your oven that are normally deep fried, they're like kind of soggy. But these, excuse me, and these cook up really, really crunchy, which was really nice and a pleasant surprise. They were about $5 a box after taxes and all that jazz, which isn't too bad. I know Buffalo Wild Wings, I think they charge close to $11 for an order of their appetizer fried pickles. Granted, they give you like a ton of fried pickles. And this is a good like 2 serving sizes. So I already had about half the bag for lunch today, and then that gives me another half of the bag. But there's a restaurant here in town that does up fried pickles. It's called Country Catfish, and they have really good fried pickles. But the downside is that they're like clear on the other side of town, and they're like $4 or something for a serving of their fried pickles. So this gets me for $5, 2 servings of like the same amount of pickles. So it's kind of like a money saver. And I did pick that up at my local Walmart. So I just wanted to throw that in there for anybody out there who's needing some fried pickles or going through them as quickly as I am, because I'm like living on fried pickles and potatoes. I just wanted to include these because they really are really good.